Grace and peace, beautiful people. Grace and peace. I hope all is well in whatever world that you're experiencing. If this is your first time coming across my page, welcome. For those of you who are subscribed already, I appreciate you. Know that I love you. I appreciate you keeping me motivated into becoming the man that God created me to become. To my new subscribers, welcome. It's going to be a journey. You heard me. You're going to hear a lot of different styles, a lot of different ways of thinking, so much wisdom and understanding that only God can give me. For those who've been following me for quite some time, they know that I've been going live on different platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, certain situations like that. But I have finally discovered what my true purpose is. And my purpose has absolutely nothing to do with adults. My purpose is actually connected to children and teens of that caliber, young adults, to the point to where I'm now going to restructure my particular messages and basically message to the young, because strategically there's a lot of stuff that's not being told to them. And like they say, it's easier to train a child than it is to fix a broken man. Now, with that being said, if you're within the age range of 18 to 25, the reason why you're actually getting this particular message is because someone older than you actually cares enough to actually send you this particular message, because it's something that was said that basically caught their attention and made a way for you to get this particular type of teaching and understanding. Some of you may have just graduated high school. Some of you may already be in college. Some of you may be in your first years within high school, like 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, situations of that caliber. I know that this is your first time meeting me, and my name is Tommy. And there's a couple of things you can decide to call me. You can call me Big Brother. You can call me Uncle Tommy, Uncle D. You can call me Coach D, whichever one you want. It's really up to you. You heard, man? I have a heart for people. And within me having a heart for people, I also have a heart for children. You know what I'm saying? I love watching the young minds, listening to the things that younger kids think about, because what makes you so special is that every adult that you know used to think the same particular way. You know what I'm saying? Out the box thinkers, coming up, being so strategic with whatever type of operation that you're actually doing. You know what I'm saying? You're having fun. You know what I'm saying? You're living a life depending on what you were taught, because it depends on where you're at within this lifespan. You know what I'm saying? As I mentioned, you may be from 13 from high school, getting in there 13, 14, graduating 18, whatever you may be in college, whatever this particulars may be. This particular message is going to be for you and for a better understanding of what this life can bring. Because once you get to a certain age, it's going to be hard to break this particular cycle of thoughts at that particular point, rather than catching it early to the point to where you can get a different grasp outside of what the people that you're actually connected to are telling you. Because strategically, there's a lot of things that gets left out whenever it comes towards raising children. Now, don't think that I'm trying to persuade you to believe that your parents or your older brothers and sisters or whatever your particular situation is, every person that you currently know is basically going to try to attempt to keep you from becoming who you was created to become. Inside the Bible. Now, I'll say something about the Bible, but don't think I'm trying to persuade you to believe in God. Not just yet. Because I'm trying to get you to understand other things that's going on in life that you may be overlooking. Okay? With that being said, wherever you're at, within the high school area, within the college area, the number one thing in 2023 at that particular age level is interacting with the opposite sex. Okay? You may be a male, you may be a female. Here's the answer that I want to start you off with, because there's so much things I want to teach you. And strategically, if I would have waited for you to hear this message once you become my age, which I am 40, I'm 40 years old. So if I wait to tell you this message at 40, there's no way possible you're going to be able to recreate the narrative inside your mind. Okay? So listen to what I'm about to say. As I mentioned, to my little brother or to my little sister, this is what I need you to understand. Every relationship that you get in, or every interaction that you get in this age range from the 9th grade up and through college, up until 14 to 22 or 14 to 25, depends on how long it takes for your college years to either start or get complete, depending on what you try to do. All right, this is what I need you to understand. Now, this is something that I'm sure that your parents already told you, but I'm going to reiterate it just a little bit with a little extra wisdom into it. Because as I mentioned, if I would wait to tell you this at my age, it will go straight over your head, and you'll think that this conversation has absolutely nothing to do with you. Now, check this out. Every relationship that you get in, or that you're currently in, the opposite sex, either your girlfriend or your boyfriend, that particular person can care less about you. You heard what I said? That person does not care about you. Let me tell you how. Let me explain. Okay. Understand, you came into this world with a purpose. Okay? There's something that God had placed inside of you that nobody else has but you. Because the day that you were born as a balloon with helium in it. Okay? It may sound strange, but bear with me. The day you were born as a balloon with helium in it. When they pulled you out your mother's womb, they tied the string to the balloon and they handed it over to your parents. Now, you know already at this point in high school, you know if you release the string on that balloon has unlimited potential. What I need you to understand is, no matter what it is that happened so far in your story, you still have unlimited potential. But you have to understand the people that are around you, those individuals have this same situation. They have unlimited potential. But strategically, they forgot. You heard me? They forgot that they had unlimited potential because so much in life has happened and they can't allow themselves to rethink their particular strategy. Okay, let's keep going. So you know that you have unlimited potential. Now, as I mentioned, some people may be just graduating high school. Also, other situations, some people started high school with you and they dropped out. Okay, or some of them graduated with you. You're going to college. They're not going to college, to the point to where they then believe that they're finished with school. Okay, do you follow me? The people that didn't graduate or quit, and then the ones that did graduate, not going to the next level in schooling, which is college or a trade school or whatever the situation is, they're thinking in their minds that they're finished with school or school wasn't for them or whatever the situation was. Bear with me. Watch this. What I need you to believe that if you fall into the category of believing that school is over with, or let's say you're in college and your first semester never went too well because you went over there partying. You heard me? I know what you mean. I've been there. I went to a black college myself. I went to Grambling State University. Class of, Lord have mercy, you got to think about it. You done graduated high school or whatever the deal is. So I was probably already graduated college by the time you were born or whatever the deal is. Whatever, maybe they'll have some older people that's watching this. You know what I'm saying? I graduated college in 2005. Here we are, 2023, and so much time has passed. But like I said, there's so much that I want to talk to you about. So within this first message, this is what I'm going to do to see exactly what area of it I need to really tap into. Once this particular message reaches 50 shares, okay? Every time one of these messages reaches 50 shares from my original page, I am going to make another video. But let's keep going. We got the 11-minute mark. I'm only taking 20 minutes of your time. Okay. You already in high school or maybe in college. Some people died off or, situations happen in school. Some of your friends, maybe one of your friends done passed or whatever the deal is. Maybe you may be in a situation where one of your parents done passed since you done graduated high school. There's a lot of stuff that I want to talk to you about. But the number one key so far is to talk to you about the opposite sex, because I see we only got 8 minutes left. To my little sister, to my little brother, that opposite individual does not care about you. Listen to your big brother when I'm telling you this. Let me point something out to you, because this is something that none of the other grown-ups that you know is going to explain to you within this type of detail, because there's certain things that you're going to understand that they're not going to understand, because I've been trying to preach it to them, or those that's been following me for all this time, and I haven't been getting the success that I needed, because my purpose is not in them, it's in you, because in you, we can fix it before the situation happens. Now, here we go. To my little sister, had just graduated high school. What I need you to understand is, if you have a boyfriend, that little boy does not care about you. To my little brother, if you just get into high school, any of them little girls that you see, if you get active with them, or sister, if you get active with those boys, or if you've been active with boys already, this is what I need you to understand, that individual does not care about you. Here we go. If you take out the interaction, as far as you know what I'm talking about, chances are your little boyfriend is going to stop talking to you. To my little brother, if you take away the interaction from her, she is going to stop talking to you. Because what I need y'all to understand is there's spirits that roam the land, okay? And in those spirits, sometimes those spirits were already here before we came, and the people before us was the ones that continued those same spirits that continue to go through the lineage of the family. Okay? Now, whenever your first time was, let's say you may be at a situation you ain't never did nothing yet. You still at the game or whatever. That's cool. Just listen to the message. So let's say you already broke the, you know what I'm saying, the whatever. You already tried some things out. What I need you to understand is when you try things out with the opposite individual, whatever that individual is doing in the dark is going to come to light. Now, let's say, for instance, I know you're already of age. So any individual that you have interaction with that masturbates or watches pornography, what's going to happen is they're going to insert or whatever those particular demons, because once you interact with that type of stuff, what happens is you open portals for demons to come within your mindset. Okay? So think about it like this, because the thing about it is, this is why I can't get a grown woman to actually understand this, because they've been operating in the devil. Because you got to think about it. When it comes towards sex, sex is not of God. Sex is only supposed to be for creation, or whatever the deal is. When you're trying to have a baby with an individual is the only time any type of sex act should be happening. But the thing about it is, if the little boy that you messing with or the little girl that you messing with was doing certain things in the dark, or they're having other activity with other individuals, what that's going to do is every person that you actually interact with in that way, you're going to be absorbing the actual demons that they possess, to the point to where one day you're going to not realize, listen to me, not realize, to my little sisters, you're not going to realize that every male that you've had only wanted you for a specific reason. Outside of that specific reason, once that specific reason happens, he goes about his business. That's how it operates. To my little brothers, here's the deal. What you won't be able to understand later on in life is that there's something called, well, we're gonna wait for that. The day that you were born, God already put within you an essence. Okay, this is something maybe your father maybe never talked to you about, or one of your uncles never talked to you about. You have an essence within you, to the point to where whenever you give yourself up to the opposite sex, she is then taking your particular power away from you, to the point to where you become weak within the mindset. Okay? To my little sister, whenever you decide, because this is how you're operating, think about it. Once you get older, you ain't going to be able to understand it. Whenever you have interactions with the opposite sex and y'all do what y'all do, you are taking away his power. Now, chances are, when you get older and you'll meet a man that you can't basically manipulate him with that, then chances are you ain't gonna know how to even talk to him. Or chances are you ain't gonna talk to him at all, because it's so uncommon. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna make you think, in confusion. And we know that the devil is the author of confusion. But as I mentioned, there's so many more things I want to talk to you about. I'm already at the 18-minute mark. I'm going to probably end up doing a part 2 tonight, just because, I know that how good it's about to get. But really, really think about what I said. Also, if something resonated with you, I want you to share it to one of your friends that you know that needs to hear some sort of encouragement. Because as I mentioned, if I wait until you get into your 30s, it's going to be over with. Because for sure, you're not going to be able to understand men. And your whole life at this point, you're going to continue blaming a man whenever it's time for you to understand that certain situations not supposed to occur. You heard me? And within you, you have to understand, my little sister, there's a purpose for you to come and break all the generational curses in your family. Now, which one of the women have told you that? They're not going to tell you that just yet, because that was something within those family secrets that nobody know about. But we're going to talk about some family secrets in a second. But if there was something that was said share this particular message. I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Grace and peace.